Hello, from amazing sunny Vilnius. Today, here I'm Maya, and with me is Ahmed, and we are going to talk about higher education here in Lithuania and in Egypt. And Ahmed will share his experience. And as many young people are looking for some scholarships in European Union, we will also talk about that. So we hope that we will answer some questions that young people have, and also me too. So first, Ahmed, how are you? How's life in Vilnius?
Hello Maya, I'm happy to be with you today. And hello guys, this is Ahmed. Simply, I am Egyptian biomedical engineer studying my master degree in Kaunas University of Technology. And I'm in love with reading, writing, traveling, and swimming. That's simply who I am.
So nice. You're now studying in Kaunas University, but we are studying in Egypt, right?
Yes, actually, my bachelor degree was between Egyptian University, which is Cairo University, and Italian University is Naples University of Technology.
Oh, very interesting, very interesting. Why did you decide to come to Lithuania to continue your master study?
Actually, after I finished my bachelor degree, I was thinking about my master and where I can complete my studies. And to be honest, Lithuania wasn't not among the countries I am planning to come. But what happened that my friend moved here recently, and she sent me information about scholarship for master degree, and I applied and I got accepted in very easy way, and I really was grateful for the education system here in Lithuania, and I came, and it was a nice experience actually. Yeah.
Okay, so as you mentioned, it was easy for you to get a scholarship,
Yes.
and I think there is many questions among young people how to get the scholarship. So, from your experience, what do you think? What do you need to get this scholarship?
Actually, for a bachelor student, the first thing you can think about that you're great in university. You should be like I don't want to say to be the highest one in the university, but it should be high. You should make a lot of effort during your studies, because it is maybe it's the only evidence that you have a good like a bachelor degree when you have a high
grades,
yeah. GPA, as we say.
Yeah.
The second thing is to have a lot of volunteering and activities during your study. You just don't spend your bachelor period just going to the university and back, and you should have beside your studies you should have other activities. It helps a lot when you apply for university, because you already have experience, and you should like prepare a good motivational letter about why you want to study in this university, why they should give you scholarship and refuse another. You should be unique in something. So I think a motivation letter is important to prepare before applying. And the last thing, it can be like the language. If you want to study in Germany, you have to study German language. If you want to study in Italy, you have to be good at Italian, and that's it.
Okay, but in Lithuania, you study in English, right?
Yes, in Lithuania, we like most of programs are available in two languages, in Lithuanian language and in English language.
Mm-hmm.
So it's easy if you have like international certified, like English certified, like IELTS or TOEFL, you can get a scholarship here.
That's so good. What do you think that you mentioned many things that is important to get a scholarship, but what do you think that is like most important? I think like first and most important thing.
Okay, actually, the most important thing I can say is that you should be careful with choosing your study field. You should be passionate about what you study to continue studies, because the study process is very difficult. It's very boring sometimes. So you should choose what you will be you will enjoy while you study. Because if you can't enjoy what you study, you will not continue. So this the best motivation for me, at least, was the passion about physics. I was in love with physics. For example, I hate language, but I find it very difficult to understand. But I'm good with numbers, with mathematics, with physics. So I choose the engineering field, and that's why I was like with high marks.
Yeah, I completely agree that if you don't love what you do or what you study, it's much harder. So let's move to the topic about university. So what do you think about Kaunas University? Do you like?
Actually, after 1 year studying there, I can say that the education system in Lithuania in general is a very, very good and very organized in the last years, because it's not just my feedback, even my friends' feedbacks about the university in Lithuania. They are very good, actually, and it was a very good experience for me in terms of scientific and social way.
That's good. And I want to ask you, as you're a foreigner student here, if you face any problem as a foreigner student here.
Yeah, actually, it's the most difficult, like the hardest problem for me in Lithuania was the weather. It was very cold for someone lived all his life in sunny Mediterranean countries.
Yeah, hard not to agree with you.
Yeah, so it was a shock for me, like, what's this about? What happened here like in winter? But
have to survive in winter here.
Yes. So this was the hardest thing I faced.
Yeah. I think the Game of Thrones
Yeah,
phrase, winter is coming, is really scary in Lithuania.
Yes.
So you mentioned weather, but about culture, what do you think?
I think it's completely different, because I lived between Egypt and Italy all my life. So, and Egypt and Italy like quite similar in people attitude and dealing with each other. But here it was really difficult, very different, not difficult. It's different, but it was something interesting to me to know about new culture, to try to understand it, to know that we are not living alone in the world. It's with other culture, we have to understand it. Yeah, so it was different.
So can I ask you if there are some stories some stories of some misunderstandings here because of some cultural difference or maybe language barrier or something, if you want to recall it?
Actually, what came in my mind now, I remember that when I came here, I didn't have any clothes fits the weather, and the winter was starting, and I was like just taking my jacket, my Egyptian jacket, and going to the street, and my friend asking me, what's this? And I told her it's a jacket. She told me, but it's not winter jacket. I told her it's our winter jacket. Yeah. She said, no, this is not a jacket. And she take me to the mall to buy my first winter jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is very warm.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very heavy, like.
And what would you say about Lithuanian culture, Lithuanian people? How do you get along with the local people? If you have friends here?
To be honest, like most of my friends here are international, because I can say I don't understand this when in the university dormitories they separate international people in the dormitories and the Lithuanian in another one. Okay. So I don't have a chance to communicate with, and even in studies, I study in English program, so all my colleagues are international students, not Lithuanian, not local. So it's hard actually to make a friendship with Lithuanian. I can say they are not that easygoing, but they are polite. They are. I don't have any problems. I didn't face any problems with Lithuanians, with locals, any like racist or something like this. No, they are very polite. They can help, but they are a little bit different from my background, like where people are always smile and communicate easily. It's not like that here, but they are good in different way, I can say.
Yeah, understood. What is the difference between daily life in Egypt, in Italy, and in Lithuania as a student?
Okay. Actually, I can say that I studied in Cairo University, and in Cairo University we have 200,000 students.
Oh, quite a lot.
Yes, it is the largest one in the Middle East, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And each faculty is there, like it's full of life. We have theater, we have a student union, we have activities, we have really active student life in Egypt. In Italy was close to Egypt because I studied in Napoli University is that not that big as well. But here in Lithuania, because it's limited amount of student, and just we are 12 in my program, just 12 students. So the student life is not that active for me. But they have Erasmus programs and that very good program around Europe actually to get chance to know different cultures and countries.
Yeah, I completely agree. Erasmus program is just
amazing.
And to move to educational system itself. And what is the difference? We already heard what is the difference between your student life in Egypt, in Italy, and Lithuania. And now I'm interested. What is the difference between educational systems in Egypt, in Italy, and in Lithuania, between the countries?
Actually, the difference in a technical way between in engineering field. I will talk about engineering field because that was my experience. In Egypt, they pay attention more for theoretical part. You have to just have a lot of written exams all the year. I think every 2 weeks in Egypt you have an exam. Every 2 weeks, it's crazy.
Lots of stress.
Yes, and we have a written exam, practical exam, and oral exam for each subject. So it was crazy actually. In Italy, it was difficult as well, but they pay attention more for practical field. So I was enjoying that. Even it's okay for me. It's okay to spend 8 hours in physics laboratories. But not just reading a book. But you do something with your hand, so you can enjoy, you can feel it. In Lithuania, it's very easygoing system. They are really relaxing in teaching. Even if you failed the first attempt, you have a chance to go to have the second one until you get the degree, the grade you want. And they also have they care about scientific research papers more than a theoretical one. And this is very good. This is a very modern way of education. Yeah. So maybe this is the difference between them.
Mm-hmm. So as I mentioned, as I understood, you prefer that last ones that is in Italian Lithuania.
Yes.
Okay. So as you are studying now your master program, do you have any plan to also continue your study in a higher level?
Yes, I'm in love with research, in general, with scientific research. So I'm planning to continue my PhD, but if everything goes like what I'm planning, I will go to Netherlands because they are very famous in my field and they are very very high quality education there. So I hope I can get the chance to complete my PhD in Netherlands.
Did you choose any university in Netherlands particularly?
Yeah, it's Amsterdam University.
Yeah. Very good. So I wish you good
you.
luck, and I'm sure that you will succeed.
Thank you so much.
And I think, and I hope that we answered the many questions that me and young people had about this topic. And I'm sure, and I hope you enjoyed, and we wish you a good day. And I think
Thank you.
we did a good job, Ahmed,
Yes.
right?
I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed talking with you, and I hope I gave useful information. And
Yeah.
wish you good day as well.
Me too. I'm glad to have you here.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. And goodbye.